What's going on, everybody? Todd here. Joined once again by Moriarty. How are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
I am doing great. So those that are watching the video archive are going to be getting a social eating episode.
I mean, I can eat chocolate in solidarity with you eating dinner, so...
I mean, you could. The only problem is nobody would see it. Except me.
Except for you. Good sandwich.
Yeah. Black Forest ham and Swiss.
Not bad.
Yep. But anyway, it's been a week.
It has been a week.
Did we do an episode last week or no?
Yes.
We did.
We did.
Okay.
Yes.
I didn't do a pod errors last week. That's what it was.
Yep.
See, this is what happens when you do so many goddamn shows. You don't remember.
Just wait until we throw Brothering Around back into the mix. You're going to be so goddamn discombobulated. It's not even going to be funny.
Oh, you know it.
It'll be interesting. Well, no. Never mind. I was about to say it's going to be interesting trying to reincorporate Brothering Around back in to the mix.
Mm-hmm.
But my D&D game got moved to Fridays. So like every other Friday is a D&D game. So basically Wednesday and Thursday, as long as we have like, I don't know, either Brothering Around or Gimmick Bag on a Wednesday or Thursday, I'm good.
Yeah. For those wondering why I'm eating during the podcast, is I just got home from work.
Yep. I love that you have like this huge fucking skull pitcher for water. That's the smart thing, is just have a huge fucking amount of water right by you, so that way you don't have to go anywhere to refill your glass until your fucking pitcher's empty.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good way to beat Hydration Bot.
It is. Are you the one that keeps putting the Hydration Bot into my chat?
No.
Okay, because I think somebody else did, but I don't know who, because you weren't around, and I was confused, because I'm so used to you doing it.
Well, no, see, you set it up once.
Okay. It doesn't always show up, though.
Yeah, the bot's been down a few times, so...
Okay, that would explain it. So I'm noticing a gap between my front teeth. Every time we do these video podcasts, I'm like looking at my teeth like, oh my god, these are so weird.
Yeah, no, I hear you. So, it's funny you bring up teeth.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if you did this on purpose.
No, I literally didn't.
But I've been thinking about getting a set of fangs.
Yeah?
I actually have a poll up on my Twitter, twitter.com/ToddEvf, where you can vote on whether I should get them or not. So there's
I have a friend who, when we were talking about like who did fangs, I was mentioning about the guy in Seattle. I have a friend who got fangs from what was his name? Victor, yes. That he had them done years ago, still has them. Apparently he managed to like shotgun a beer in 3 seconds wearing those fuckers. They're sharp.
Yeah. So what's funny is I'm actually contemplating, like, anybody that knows us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking about like the network in general. We have Moriarty, who does, as the tombstone says, crafting.
Yes.
And what kind of crafting do you do mostly?
Mostly fiber art, knitting, cross stitch.
Yeah. On the other show, we have Ray. And what does Ray mostly do?
Fiber arts, sewing, making yarn.
Yeah. Wet felting.
Wet felting, yes.
I'm thinking about possibly getting into the crafting game.
Making your own fang.
Yes. Learning the ways of the fangsmith.
Yes.
I think it'd be kind of cool, to be honest.
I think so.
Because,
I think so. If they're done properly, then you know, hey.
What I mean, the thing is, it's like I would first off, I would do my own, and then from there, I would also kind of check other like friends and stuff and be like, "Hey, you want me to make you a pair of fangs?" You know, and unfortunately, it would be for the time being local friends. Because, you know, it's one of those situations where you would have to.
If I could fly out to you to get a set of fangs, I would.
Well, the thing is, it's like you could also do like a mold and all the other stuff, and and send that, and then I can fashion that based on those, and so on and so forth, and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But that's a little bit out. That's a little bit further than I want to go right now. I'd much rather just start with the standard fangs, see how they work for me.
Right.
Maybe do a set for my sister. Maybe a few other people. And then from there go like, when I feel confident enough, I go, hey, if you send me a casting, I will, and it can't be a plaster casting. It has to be labstone or orthostone. Yeah, I mean, it's not too difficult to do. It's just that plaster's very delicate, and when you're shipping it, it's So I would be able to go and say, hey, like I can do these for you guys, and it wouldn't cost you like anything,
right?
But then you figure if I get decent enough at it, maybe do fang smithing on Twitch.
Maybe.
And join creative finally.
Yeah, you could. Well, it's not even creative anymore. Now it's makers and crafting or something. They changed the tags now.
I want a fang smithing category just for myself. That is what I want. Just me.
But guess what? All of our ASMR dreams we can make come alive on on Twitch now. Oh, God.
That's right. We can do ASMR streams.
Oh, God.
Amazing. You have to be better than Build. Because right now, Build is #1 in the category.
Oh, God.
Because this is how he talks all the time. It's
pretty much.
What
kind of funny.
What I'll do is I'll probably end up if I end up doing an ASMR stream, I will actually probably hook up a second mic so I can do like the binaural.
Yeah.
They'll be like, and this is what we're doing, and it's just like,
God. I accidentally came across like an ASMR cooking channel on YouTube because I saw like this like Japanese candy thing, and I didn't like even look at like the name of the person or like even think that it was ASMR related. It's like, this is very quiet but very ASMR like. I don't know why. And then I saw the name. It's like, oh, but it teaches you how to make things, so can't be too mad at it.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I'm kind of amazed by I'm amazed by what Twitch is doing, but I'm also not liking it.
Right. Yeah, let's break up creative into several other smaller categories.
Well, see the thing. Okay, so here's the thing. Creative was creative, but then it also had like the different community tags.
Right.
And on top of that, creative was fucking buried.
That too.
It didn't matter how many people are streaming creative.
Mm-hmm.
You could have somebody doing fucking body painting
Mm-hmm.
for 30,000 people, which has happened because they were attractive and weren't wearing a shirt.
Oh, that probably, I think I know who you're talking about.
But that's fine because they're wearing pasties and they're body painting. You know, whatever.
Maybe not who I'm thinking of. Never mind. Anyways.
But yeah, so...
I mean, you put boobs on the camera, people will come.
Yeah.
That's kind of a given.
No, and that's understandable. But even then, you had somebody, you have a personality on Twitch who's doing that with over 30,000 people in their chat.
Yep.
In creative, but creative isn't even in the top 20.
Yeah. Eh.
What I think...
Chew louder. Oh my god, I remember that one social eating stream that you did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, that just... I have a feeling ASMR is going to be very much like how social eating is or was. I don't even know if social eating is still around on Twitch anymore, to be honest.
It is.
Oh, Jesus.
It is. It's such a small community because people go, oh, hey, I'm not an attractive woman that can eat 20 times my weight in food.
Pretty much. But I have a feeling like the ASMR tag is going to be like littered with trolls as much as the social eating is.
Because, I mean, for some people, like ASMR is relaxing and soothing and all of that. And then for other people, purely sexual.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I would be tempted to do an ASMR stream, but I don't think people want to hear this all night.
You'd be surprised.
I mean,
there are some dude ASMR YouTubers. Not as popular as some of the lady ASMR YouTubers, but...
Now I'm eating string cheese.
Oh, dear God. See, I could never join you in voice for these. I would just ruin everything by laughing. It would be terrible.
Anybody that knows me knows I like to take the piss out of things.
Of course you do.
That's just the way I am.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of funny. It really is.
Yeah.
Like, like there's going to be people listening to the podcast or watching the video version.
What the fuck is going on?
And they're just going to hear the sound of that wrapper opening up. And they're going to... they're going to end up looking like Gritty, the new Phillies hockey mascot.
Oh, Jesus. That is fucking creepy.
Oh, yeah.
And the eyes wiggle and... Oh. Nope. I'm pretty sure my internet is derping because I keep going in the red.
Yeah, so I think it's Discord because I'm getting the same thing.
God damn it, Discord.
Discord, fix your shit.
To be fair, we have video on Discord. We don't have to use Skype anymore.
Yeah.
Because fuck Skype.
Yep. Skype is the bullshit.
Yeah. String cheese. Oh, God. Yeah.
Oh, there'd be a ton of that if I did ASMR, you know that.
I know. No.
Oh. And I mean, I'm not making fun of ASMR, people that do ASMR by any bit.
No.
I'm making jokes of the kind of shit I would do because that's the kind of shit that people would want to see on Twitch or hear on Twitch.
Yeah.
That makes sense. When's Twitch opening up their financial domination channels?
No idea.
Because that's what's next.
Mm-hmm.
we got next will be Findom and you know, and all of that. You know, it'll just be like, I'm so better than your wife. You're gonna give me all your money.
Oh God, if I had like the confidence to do that.
What, financial domination?
Yes.
Hey, more power to you. I mean, that's not something I could do at all. I wish. It'd be great to have people pay for shit for me, you know?
No kidding.
I feel bad enough when it's just like, hey, yeah, so I have a tip goal for $300 for living expenses for the month. You know, it's like, I feel bad about that.
Yeah.
I have 5 more string cheese after this.
God. It'd be a long cast. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can learn.
I also have 2 halves of a sandwich left.
So I mean, you have a whole sandwich left to eat. 2 halves of a sandwich equals a whole sandwich. Unless they're 2 halves of different sandwiches.
They're the same sandwich.
Why are they in 2 different bags?
Because the bread didn't allow it to be in one bag.
God.
And my grandmother knows I love to do ASMR eating streams.
Oh, fucking hell.
People just get really moist when I open up those sandwich bags.
I'm sorry, viewers.
It's all right. I'm not. I don't feel sorry.
I know Todd doesn't care. I can hear all of our sponsorships going out the window.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we should get to our sponsors. Like,
maybe.
I've only been doing this ASMR gag for now, like, almost 20 minutes.
I know.
So, yeah, we have a lot of amazing sponsors here for the Precipice Podcast Network. Obviously,
Yes.
You can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/precipicepodcast. Patreon.com/precipicepodcast. You can support us there. If you do, you are fucking awesome. We will thank you so much for doing so.
And love you forever.
For the next, I mean, until you stop supporting us. I'm joking.
Even then, we'll still love you.
Oh yeah, no.
Or I'll love you. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Alternating Saturdays.
Exactly.
We'll be loved on alternating Saturdays.
We'll take turns loving our patrons.
Yeah. Every other Saturday.
It's my weekend. No, it's my weekend.
Yeah. See, the thing is, it's like one weekend it's Maury's weekend, the other weekend it's Ray and Ballin's weekend.
Oh God.
What about your weekend, Todd? They're the ones that want to love the patrons. I'm joking. I'm absolutely joking. No, we do support. We do love all the support you guys do give us. So,
yes.
You can also support us by buying our merchandise at tpublic.com/user/theprecipice.
Yes.
You can purchase any of our shirts there, whether it's Precipice Podcast Network related, Gimmick Bag related, Pod Errors related, Moriarty related.
Or Dorky Ray related, or Todd related.
Or Thurballin related. Thurballin of Thurballin Gaming related. Because yes. I love the fact that I always have to throw that in.
Mm-hmm.
So it's funny, like when Ballin used to stream, he would always say, I'm Thurballin from Thurballin Gaming. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And now that Ballin really doesn't stream, he's just Thurballin or Ballin as we call him. And when we do the podcast, I always make sure to throw in like the, I'm here with Dorky Ray, and you hear Ray go, "Ayo," or whatever Ray says. And then I go, "And we have Thurballen." And before Ballin can say another word, I'll go, "Of Thurballen Gaming."
It worked.
But yeah, we got a lot of great designs up on the shop. One of my favorites is the Tea Time design. I absolutely love that one.
You did a damn good job.
I try. I really
think
do.
It was gorgeous.
We actually, we're gonna have a new Ballin shirt coming out probably next week.
Sweet.
Based off of this past episode of Pod Errors. So.
Oh god. I kind of started listening to that at work.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got busy with work.
Fair.
So, yeah.
Well, the episode's called Gazillioned.
Yes, I saw that.
That's actually a term that was coined by Ballin.
Oh, Jesus.
For when a company decides that they're going to shut down and, like out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
A small studio does that. It's... Gazillion did it last year with Marvel Heroes.
Right.
When they did shut down, they said, "Hey, yeah, we're gonna be shutting down the servers on New Year's Eve and blah blah blah. Thanksgiving, fuck you, done." And they'd basically before that, like 2 weeks prior to that, they made the announcement of like, "Hey, we're no longer operating. The servers are going to stay up until New Year's Eve.
Right.
Minimal staff just to keep things running, but everybody else has been let go." And Telltale just did the same thing, basically, last week, where they, Friday, they told the employees, "Okay, so this skeleton crew's here staying because they got to work on the Netflix series for Minecraft Story Mode. And everybody else, you have a half hour to grab your shit and go."
Mm-hmm.
And since that episode, since we recorded that episode of Pod Errors, new info came out. The employees of the former employees of Telltale are filing a class action lawsuit.
Yep.
For what was it? Violations of the labor code or something?
Something like that. I didn't read into it. I just saw that they were suing.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, it sucks that it's happening.
Yes.
Best of luck to those at Telltale, or those that were at Telltale.
Yes.
And the skeleton crew, like, best of luck to you when everything is done with your stuff, and hopefully you guys can find new employment quickly. As somebody who has been unemployed for, and I say unemployed even though I said I went to work today. The job I work, they're now starting to bring me in more. So there's that.
That's good.
Yeah. But prior to that, like, I was working maybe 2 days a month. So basically being unemployed,
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's fucking weird. Did you play a lot of the Telltale games?
No, I didn't. I've watched other streamers play the games.
Okay. It's because I was going to ask you what was your favorite of the bunch, but wow, Discord is derping hard because I'm watching the recording and I'm just seeing, like, I look over at my Discord and I'll see, like, your cam freeze, I'll see my cam freeze, and I'll see myself in the red. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Goddamn it, Discord.
Yeah. I think their Tales from the Borderlands was quite good.
Oh, it was.
But of course, as with any Telltale game, it was mildly heartbreaking.
Oh, yeah. Why was it mildly heartbreaking for you?
Scooter fucking dies, man.
Oh?
Spoiler. I like Scooter.
Well, I mean, I think part of that had to deal with the reason I feel that they chose Scooter to die had to deal with Mikey Newman.
Go on.
How Mikey Newman, because of health reasons, had to leave Gearbox. And because of that, he would no longer be able to reprise the role of Scooter.
Fair point.
So, as opposed to having the character out there to be revoiced by somebody, they kind of bring Mikey in to do these final recordings.
Right.
And, end the character that way. And, I mean, he went out. The way he went out was not like a bullshit way, though.
No.
He went out very heroic, So, that being the case, I mean, I think they did Scooter. Yeah, it was heartbreaking, but I'm absolutely fine with them killing off Scooter.
Right.
I mean, maybe this means that Borderlands 3 will be getting Ellie.
Probably.
More Ellie. Oh, she was such a good character.
I love Ellie.
Yeah. I mean, we're kind of all over the place tonight. We really are.
As opposed to any other cast.
I mean, you're not wrong.
We didn't even finish our sponsorships.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
This is how out of it we are, everybody.
Yeah. This is what happens when I work and then have to record a podcast afterwards.
I mean, to be fair, we could have rain checked.
I mean, we could have, but it just wouldn't feel right. Because I would have been awake anyway, and I'd probably be doing Vampire the Masquerade, the final death challenge, which is
how's that going, by the way?
Well, we had another rip run in downtown because I thought I had enough combat and enough defense, and I didn't. So,
what you should have done is you should have put more points to computers.
No, how about fucking no?
How about no one go fuck yourself, Mori? Thank you. Good night.
Good day, sir.
But they're the wave of the future.
I had 141 and 3/3% chance that using computers would not fucking help me in that situation, Mori.
Thank you, Scott Steiner Math. Oh God.
But anyway, back to our sponsors.
Yes, back to our sponsors.
So yeah, we did our personal shilling with the Patreon and the merch shop.
Yes.
We also have the fine folks at Loot Crate have graciously provided us with a link you can use to sign up for Loot Crate. It's an amazing service. There are many different boxes, including a horror box. We're getting into October.
Yay.
And there's...
God, we're getting into October.
Huh?
The month has gone by so fast.
I am so happy we're getting into October. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. 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 Halloween.
Yep.
This is Halloween.
God.
ASM or Halloween.
Oh, good lord.
I need to do
Anyways.
ASMR Halloween stream. It'll be fun.
Loot Crate.
Yes, so Loot
like
Crate.
A convention in a box.
Yeah. Click the link.
I don't know the rest of the spiel.
Click the link in the description, or if you're watching the YouTube video, or in the show notes. Sign up, and it helps us out. It really does.
Yes.
Then we have our other fine, wonderful sponsors. Now, first off, you guys know that if you've been watching or listening so far, that I've been eating.
Yes.
You know what I wish I had right now?
Gary Poppins.
Some Gary Poppins gourmet small batch popcorn. I really do. I mean, they just sent out an email yesterday saying that certain flavors are back in stock.
Ooh.
And one of those flavors is pumpkin.
Yay!
Their pumpkin spice flavor is back in stock.
Woohoo!
So you can go to Gary, you can click the link in the show notes or in the description. Use the promo code there. Save yourself some money on your first order from Gary Poppins small batch gourmet popcorn. You will not regret it. Their stuff is amazing. Running low in this fluid.
Oh.
Should probably go and check out Breezy to see if they have any in stock.
Yes.
I'll probably use the link in the show notes or in the description of the video version. To order myself some Mama San purple cheesecake. Or perhaps maybe I want to go with some Vape Vigilante raspberry cream cake.
Ooh.
I will instead click the link next to Savage Enterprises and order from them because they are awesome. They really are. Both companies. Breezy has a wide variety of different juices, whereas Savage Enterprises does have some other juices, but a majority of them are done by Savage. They have other things like the Savage Box as well. It's really cool, really awesome. If you're into vaping, if you're looking for fluid, if you're looking for equipment, either one of those two are amazing to use.
Shucks, $9 for 100 mil. That's really good.
Which is that on Savage or?
Valiant Vapes.
Yeah, it's Savage.
Yeah.
Savage, Valiant Vapes.
I know our sponsors.
Well, no, the thing is they have like 4 or 5 different sites, so I just say Savage Enterprises. It covers.
You might like this flavor, honey. Before you go lay down. Yeah, okay.
Do
you like corsets?
I'm interested. I'm intrigued.
Well, you can always check out the Violet Vixen, which is one of our other lovely, wonderful sponsors.
Do tell.
That's all I got. I was hoping you'd take over from here. I got nothing.
The Violet Vixen, whether it's steampunk, goth, burlesque, they got you covered. They got you covered with dresses, corsets, menswear, household goods. I was looking at this site Monday with Ray. And we were just looking at different things. We're looking at, much like we did last episode.
Yes.
Where we spent 20 minutes going through their website, just looking at dresses.
I didn't even look at their house stuff.
What happened?
I'm looking at their house goods.
Yeah. Did you see the towel?
No, I just saw the spooky home pillow and just.
They have swimwear, and what's pretty cool about their swimwear is they have, obviously like swimwear, but then they also have beach towels that are shaped like coffins. Coffin beach towels. I'm not a beach person by any stretch of the imagination, but I sure as hell would buy one of those fucking beach towels. They also have tea towels as well, too.
Oh, they do, and they're amazing.
Yeah. Fuck it. Let's order in. I love that. And it's got
let's get takeout.
Let's get takeout. It's got the skull with the chopsticks.
You do the fucking dishes.
Yup.
God, I love it. Oh, this is amazing.
Yeah, so they have tea towels, they have that, they have a bunch of different stuff. Their swimwear, though, what Ray was really amazed at is they have one pieces.
Ooh.
Yeah. See, for anybody that isn't a size 1 or 2, a 0 or a 2.
Yes.
Unless you're in juniors, and then there's a 1 and a 3. You may not feel comfortable wearing a 2-piece. the Violet Vixens got you covered because they have one-piece swimsuits. Ain't that some shit?
That is amazing.
I also found out that they have a section under shoes for larger sizes.
Ooh, sweet.
Up to a size 16.
Nice.
So, if I happen to get some cash together, I know where I'm gonna be buying some fancy Victorian calf boots. Just saying.
Dang straight.
Yeah, just need an outfit to go with it now.
Yeah, exactly.
Eh.
That's the trouble with getting shoes. You need to have the right outfit for it.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But, you know, as much as I might do that, and, you know, you bring up a good point. I would need an outfit to go with it. I'd probably get that from the Violet Vixen as well.
Yes.
Or I could use that money that I would use on boots and an outfit. I can go to Sideshow Collectibles and get myself that Baby Groot. That life-size Baby Groot. 15 points of articulation. It is fucking gorgeous. You could check it out. Click that link in the description next to Sideshow Collectibles, and then search their Marvel, and they have a fucking life-size Baby Groot. It is adorable. It is fucking adorable. And they have a payment plan on it. Two payments of something like $71, which is not fucking bad.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, we love our sponsors. We really do. We absolutely do. And I think that's all of them.
I think so too.
Yeah, for now.
For now.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe next week I'll say, check out blah, blah, blah for all your adult novelty needs.
Oh god, if we do get sponsored by like an adult store.
Oh, I would love it. I would fucking love it.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah. I mean, I'm fine with you guys just sliding some products my way. I'm just saying. It's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, all we deal with is in clamps. All right, fine. Send me clamps. I don't give a fuck.
We can work with it.
Yeah, I'll work with it. No problem. You do realize that we only sell novelties aimed at women. And
what's your point?
Yeah. It's 2018, motherfuckers. I don't judge. You better not judge either. And that'll be an awkward conversation to have when if and when that when a sponsorship like that does happen.
Mm-hmm.
Because like this is the way it usually goes. Well, behind the scenes stuff. The way it usually goes is I go, I let Mori know. I go, hey, I applied for these sponsorships.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm thinking about applying for these sponsorships. What do you think about this? I will, at the same time, in a group message, send the same thing to Ballin and Ray. Now, if I said like, hey, so we have an offer to be sponsored by an adult novelty site.
Oh God.
What would you say?
I'd love it, personally.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with it. I'm just trying to think of how Ray would react to it.
That'll be the fun, awkward part of the conversation.
Yeah.
It really would be. I mean, Ballin would be like, all right.
And what else you got?
Yeah.
He'll make a pun out of it too.
Yeah, exactly. And Ray would probably be mortified, which would be terrific.
Probably.
Because what I would do is I would just I would write up what the live read would say, and I would just message it to Ray, and I'm like, all right, Ray, I'm gonna message you what you got to read for the live read.
God, you asshole.
To see if Ray would read it beforehand.
Oh, God.
Before just going live with it.
Mm-hmm.
Because that should be hilarious.
Oh,
if all of a sudden out of nowhere Ray's saying stuff and then realizes, like, that moment of realization where it's just like, God damn it, Todd.
Todd, you asshole.
Yeah. And then I would finish the live read, so it's just the way it is. I mean, one of the things I do want to do is kind of get you, Ballin, and Ray more used to doing live reads, you know, and doing the sponsor. Like, you did pretty good with the Viola Vixen, like, thing.
I tried.
You know?
Here's the intro, and you do the rest.
Exactly. But I think that it'd be rather interesting to kind of, because I mean, anybody that listens to any of the podcasts I'm on, I do a lot of the talking. Except for Brothering Around, it's usually me and Wes. Which is funny. It's the truth. Still waiting for Marco to get back to us on that secret project.
Right. Yeah, I haven't heard anything from him for a while, at least since he asked.
Yeah, well, I mean, he asked the week of the
hurricane?
The week before the hurricane, which was a D&D week for you.
Yes.
And then we asked the week of the hurricane.
Right.
So I felt like I needed a treat, so I'm going to have some Mama-san.
Alrighty.
But yeah, I mean, it's just, I mean, I'm excited for what Marco's doing. If you guys don't know, I mean, it's I say secret project, but the thing is, he's put out fucking 5 episodes already.
Right.
So it's not really a secret.
Quote unquote secret project.
Marco asked me and Mori to guest on his podcast. For kind of getting to know the creators and talking about what we've done and how we got into it, and, you know, our history and any tips and stuff that we can give. I think it's a fucking fantastic thing. It really is.
Yes.
And I absolutely want to be a part of that. I really do. The only thing is, it's been an issue with scheduling, you know?
Yeah.
Because we got asked after the first episode. Initially. Right. And then just kind of thing. No, it was after the second episode, because the first episode was, I think, Wes. And then the second episode was somebody else. Then we got asked. And then third episode, fourth episode, I think is on the 5th episode now. So, but I mean, best of luck to Marco. Shit.
Yes, absolutely.
Marco, we miss you.
Yes, we do.
We miss you immensely. We miss you too, Wes. I know you're lurking and watching and listening. I know it. I seen you. I see you in the chat right now. I'm joking. See you in those comments. No, but seriously, you know, I miss the brothers. I really do.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Out of curiosity, considering your D&D games now on Fridays, alternating Fridays.
Yes.
What does that mean for you and Brothering Around?
Well, if we have to, like, do a Wednesday or Thursday Brothering Around.
Oh, so that means
we can make it work.
So that means that you're gonna go back to doing the 2 shows?
I think so. I think I might be able to maybe pull it off. Maybe, if I'm very lucky.
That is a world exclusive, people.
I'd love to come back.
Oh yeah,
I would absolutely love to come back.
I mean, it was kind of weird not having you around, to be honest.
Yeah, I know.
But at the same time, because it's funny, because with Brothering Around, it was Wes and Marco for so long. And then they started bringing on guests, and I was their first guest, which was amazing, and it was such an honor. And then I sat in for Marco when it was me and Vampiric Warrior sat in for Marco when Marco went on vacation one time. And then we got asked, then me and Mori get asked to guest on the show, which was my third appearance. That's the fabled lost episode.
Yes.
Where we wrote a movie script.
Yep.
Which was fucking amazing. It was so good that Hollywood decided to completely obliterate that episode. Because they don't want ideas that good out there.
Nope.
The world wasn't ready for it. That's what happened. So we came back the following week, we recorded again. And then we were asked, would you like to be permanently part of the show? Which, for me, was a huge fucking deal.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, for both of us, it was a pretty big fucking deal, because we were still up and coming. I mean, we're still up and coming,
Yeah.
We're always going to be up and coming. We're no big podcast. I wish we were. Probably sell more merch, but
yeah.
But I mean, I wish we were, to be honest. Like, I wish we were. We had a little bit of a bigger audience. Which, I mean, if you guys enjoy us, yeah, I mean, you can support us financially through the Patreon, buying merch, and through our sponsors. But if you can't do that, tweet us out.
Yes.
Tweet out the episodes. Tell your friends. When you're in the car with your friends, put on an episode. And they go, what the fuck is this shit? And you go, trust me, you're going to laugh. And then they're going to hear somebody opening up a thing of string cheese.
And then they'll go, nope, never mind. God damn it, Todd. This is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah, that's why we don't have any. That's why we don't have many listeners.
We've lost all of them. Oh, God.
Gimmick Bag episode 42. Mr. Todd goes ASMR. Hi, I'm Todd Broadcast.
Oh, God.
I have some totally safe for link works for you.
Jesus.
And string cheese. I mean, that's the
yeah.
But I mean, I try to fashion myself in the podcast in more of a, we're kind of just hanging out. We're just having fun. I mean, I'm gonna make jokes. We're gonna make jokes. We're gonna laugh. I'm gonna say shit that I probably wouldn't normally say. Or typically feel comfortable saying around some people.
Right.
But I'm amongst friends, and I feel safe, and I can say that stuff.
Exactly.
I just completely snake ate that string cheese.
I was wondering what sound was going on. It was Anubis going to the bathroom.
Oh, gotcha.
It's like, is there a door opening? Oh.
I thought you were going to say it was the sound of Nikki Bella knocking out Liv Morgan.
I was wondering when we were going to talk about Brie Bella's botches. Was it Nikki? Which Bella twin was it?
Nikki.
Okay.
Oh, no, it was...
or was it Brie?
No, it was Brie.
Who's the really rough one? Okay, Brie.
It was Brie, because she was doing her husband's kicks.
Brie Bella's botch bonanza.
Yep.
I've heard nothing good since she's come back.
Well, it's not even that. Like, it's... I mean... She's rusty. She's got a lot of ring rust.
Yeah, she does.
Nikki's got ring rust too.
Yeah.
But I mean, her ring rust is because of tears of, you know, she's rusted because of the tears of losing Mr. Juan Cena.
Yes.
So, I mean, there is that.
Yeah, there is that. Like, Breeze is a little bit understandable because she had a fucking baby.
Yeah, she got rid of a parasite.
Oh, God.
And decided to raise it as her own.
Jesus, Todd.
Is a baby not a form of a parasite? It is a life form living off of another life form. That is the definition of a parasite.
Jesus. Oh, now we're negative viewer land.
Yay!
Yeah, I heard that
an organism that lives in or on another organism and benefits by deriving nutrients at the host's expense. That is the definition of parasite.
Oh, God. That's... Oh, good
Science,
Lord.
bitch.
Oh my God. I'm not even gonna pull my string cheese. I'm just gonna take a bite out of it because fuck you. Anyways.
Yeah.
So Brie Bella had a kid.
Yeah, she had a kid.
So she's a little bit heavier than when she was last in the ring.
Yeah. Well, she hasn't been in the ring. She wasn't in the ring much prior to the pregnancy either.
Right. How long ago how long has her, absence been, essentially?
That's a good question. I really don't know off the top of my head.
Neither do I. Let's Google. So she did some Bryan Danielson kicks.
Mm-hmm.
To Morgan.
Yeah.
At what point did she knock her the fuck out?
The fourth kick. She hits because, okay, so this is what happened. Liv Morgan was doing her job. Mm-hmm. She was selling the fucking kicks.
Mm-hmm.
So she was selling him. Hit, boom, pop forward, hit, boom, pop forward, hit, boom, pop forward. And then on that fourth kick, she came, the kick was completely mistimed, so she came forward too much. And boom. Shit. And then boom. And then collapse.
Whoopsies.
Yeah, she's out with a concussion now, so.
Yay! Oh.
Yeah. But the best part about this is Corey Graves returned to social media to defend Brie.
Really?
Yeah. So basically, I had to adjust my belt because it was cutting into the metal piece was cutting into my fucking stomach. Because I'm wearing it not the way I should be. I usually wear the thing where the strap goes to the left,
Mm-hmm.
but I have it going to the right instead. So the right side has a little bit more of an overhang that gets caught in my fucking gut,
Right.
which is fun. Yeah, Corey Graves in early August left Twitter until the incident left Liv Morgan with a concussion, and a lot of people upset with Brie Bella for delivering the kicks which caused Morgan's injury. Graves got into a discussion on the issue of Bella and wrestling safety by replying to a friend who was replying to PWI's Mike Johnson. So the comment he was replying to was, "You just compared Brie Bella to Stan Hansen." Stan Hansen. Everybody knows Stan Hansen. Stan Hansen's the guy that hit Vader so hard his eye popped out.
Oh shit. Okay.
And Graves goes, accurately so, especially in the day and age full of experts. Accidents happen. I had my career ended because of them, and I harbor no ill will. It's not ballet. Screw everyone that thinks they know / can do better. I wish all of the smart fans were actually smart.
Right.
And then the person replied to him again, said, respectfully, I disagree with the comparison. It was an accident. However, not intentionally injuring someone is a pretty low bar to set as far as judging talent. I don't think it was intentional is a completely separate thought, though, from my view on her wrestling ability. So the person had a typo in there.
Yeah.
And Graves replied, Ryan, you're my friend, but I will gladly die on the hill that the business that made you and I fans has changed. My outlook has changed. It doesn't mean you're wrong, just that it wasn't as good as Kobayashi in 97 mindset doesn't work anymore. Somebody replied to Graves, of course, Corey, it's the fans who are not smart and should be taken to task, not the 10-year vet who in the past 4 years injured or nearly injured several other wrestlers and nearly broke her own neck during doing reckless spots. When is it actually her bad? But yeah, screw everyone. Eye roll. Eye roll emoji. I'm not taking anybody to task. I'm just saying that if the fans who know our business actually knew our business, they would understand the grind, the schedule. If they knew, they wouldn't be so quick to throw stones. So Graves is back. Which I'm fine with. I'm actually really fine with that. I'm not sure if you did you watch SmackDown?
No, I did not.
So, basically,
is R-Truth back?
Yeah, R-Truth's back, and he's now aligned with Carmella because they're in the Mixed Match Challenge together. And she also dyed her hair. Yeah, I mean, she's working as a face now, though.
What the? No. Oh, no. Yeah. No.
Well, what is it? So, Truth got his own little TV show, Truth TV.
So, like Miz TV?
Yeah. The Miz came out to kind of start shit. Truth goes, you are banded from Truth TV for life, which led to a match between Truth and and Miz, where Miz used Daniel Bryan's used an eye poke, followed by a skull crushing finale, followed by Daniel Bryan's knee strike from the corner to win the match, to win, to basically win Miz TV back on SmackDown.
Well then,
yeah. So from my understanding, I mean, we're not really following the Mae Young Classic, unfortunately.
Nope.
I mean, it's the only thing worth it on the network right now. Let's be honest. But it sounds like the finals are set. Now, they're still airing episodes, so if you don't want to know who's in the finals, just kind of...
if you don't want spoilers, skip ahead a few minutes.
No, I would just say skip ahead 30 seconds.
Too.
So, spoilers now. Looks like it will be Io Shirai versus Toni Storm.
Interesting.
At WWE Evolution.
Oh, okay. I get it now. Huh.
What?
The all women's thing, having the women's thing. Got it.
Yep. So, yeah. So that looks like that's going to be the... So Io Shirai's first WWE televised match was just aired tonight.
Nice.
I'm going to just send you some GIFs.
Okay.
Because this is a thing of beauty. So them knee strikes though.
Ooh. Shucks. Dang.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to say what I want is Io Shirai versus Kairi Sane versus Asuka.
Yes.
I still think we need heel Asuka. Still a thing. Here is a beautiful reversal. Or counter, whatever you want to say it as.
Interesting. I gotta see that again. Hang on. Let me just throw you to the side and then fucking flip.
Well, she was doing a head scissor.
Right. Oh, okay, I see.
And instead of going down, she did a front flip out of it.
Okay, clever. Huh.
Oh my god. So, here's the other beauty of this. They let her come to the ring with her mask.
Oh, nice.
So, that's pretty awesome. And even after the war, her and Zia Brookside had. That was the one with the multicolored hair that was getting her ass kicked. They got a standing ovation.
Oh.
It is just amazing.
Yes.
That is what I want to see.
Yes.
Of course, another thing I can see, now this is not a sponsored thing, so just keep that in mind. I am going to pull up the link so I know. So I know that the site works. Yes, it does.
Mm-hmm.
StreamShimmer.com.
Well then.
They finally have their streaming service live. It is $9.99 a month.
$9.99.
And it's just, I'm not even sure, like, because I'm not a subscriber yet.
Mm-hmm.
What entirely is on there, but
Right.
from my understanding, a majority, if not almost all, of Shimmer's matches. So you can see Kana in Shimmer. You can see Crazy Mary Dobson in Shimmer.
Mm-hmm.
You can see Athena in Shimmer. Now, some people, they know who I'm talking about. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Mostly.
Okay.
The last one stumped me.
Okay. So we're talking about Asuka.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about Sarah Logan.
Mm-hmm.
And we're talking about Ember Moon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Also, we get to see the likes of Lufisto, Mischief, Daphne. I mean, Mercedes Martinez. It's just the talent roster that Shimmer's had over the years has done, like, Shimmer for everything it's worth has done everything right for a promotion. They have some of the best matches, and I'm not even just saying, oh, they have some of the best women's matches. No, they have some of the best matches. They've always had some of the best matches. Because, and especially back when it was the Diva era, these women were wrestling because they loved the sport of professional wrestling. They weren't doing it to be in Playboy. They weren't doing it to be on television. They weren't doing it so they can go and collect a fucking paycheck just because they look attractive. They wanted to compete. They wanted to entertain, and they did. They seriously did. And Shimmer, for the longest time, the only way you could watch them is either live at one of their tapings or on DVD. You can now watch them. StreamShimmer.com. Big shout out to them. Because this is a streaming service that I think, until I actually dig into it and subscribe and all the other stuff, I think that this is a fucking game changer. This is to me, this is what New Japan World was. New Japan World opened up an entire world of wrestling that fans in the US did not see. There's also the All Japan streaming service, which, I hate to say it this way, is very fucking lackluster. Because you think All Japan, you think the legacy of All Japan Pro Wrestling. But what you're getting is matches dating back to 2017. The promotion's been around since the 60s. Let me fact check real quick.
Fact check.
All right, my mistake. The promotion's been around since 1972. It was founded October 21st, 1972 by Giant Baba. Its headquarters is Yokohama, Kanagawa, Japan.
Say that 5 times fast.
Yeah, I mean, I stumbled over it. No, it was All Japan was started in 1972. And I mean, the problem is, it's like now you're only like, I don't understand why. Like, they've mentioned why their streaming service isn't, and it's not even like a really good reason why their streaming service doesn't have all the stuff. I'm waiting for their site to translate. Fucking All Japan site, god damn it. I mean, they've had some really good names come through there. For a while, it was run by the Great Muda.
Interesting.
Kenji Muto ran the company, which I thought it was fucking amazing. There we go. Okay. I think I found the website now. Yeah, I have. So, and much like New Japan World, they have like the really bad translation thing. So, I mean, there's that. Let's get it in English. It's only 900 yen per month, which isn't bad.
Nope.
But the matches only, like, the service has been live since March. Mr. Manny Rods brought it up to me. He was just like, "Oh yeah, you know, I'm thinking about if I'm going with a streaming service, like I may go with All Japan, because All Japan was something that he really enjoyed. Like they had a lot of great matches and stuff like that. New Japan's great too. All Japan, like there were certain stars that like it was just they were fantastic in All Japan."
Yes.
And to find out that, and he was talking about some classic matches too. And he was just like, "Oh, I really hope that this match is on there." And I'm like, and I checked it out, and I'm just like, "Hey, I got good news and bad news for you." And he goes, "Oh," and I'm like, "Yeah, the news I have for you is that it only goes back to 2007. 2000. No, hold on. It only goes back to, I said 2017. Only goes back to 2016. And that comes down to the rights of the footage from everything prior is owned by another company. So they kind of got fucked.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, then don't launch a fucking streaming service. I mean, let's be honest. Don't launch a streaming service if you can't even show off your product.
Right.
Like, what made your product great? I mean, it'd be like a WWE Network without having anything from prior to anything prior to 2015. To me, that doesn't make sense. And
no.
I don't think that that's a great thing. So we got rumors and speculation and such. Obviously, one of the biggest rumors coming out is, everybody by now knows that Matt Hardy is effectively retired from in-ring competition.
Mm-hmm.
However, WWE is going to be shooting something on the Hardy compound.
Yep.
Which sounds like it's going to be some kind of WWE Network program about House Hardy. So,
Woohoo!
which would be kind of cool.
Yes.
But Mixed Match Challenge started, and we've had 2 people pulled out of it already.
Mm-hmm.
Sasha Banks was pulled out, and Alexa Bliss was pulled out.
Details on both.
All right, so Alexa Bliss, she, after her match with Ronda Rousey at the pay-per-view, she was experiencing numbness in her arm, and they did clear her for a light contact.
Right.
Which means that she can work, but it's better to kind of not cause more damage.
Right.
So they pulled her from the Mixed Match Challenge and replaced her. Now, she was returning to the Mixed Match Challenge with her partner, Braun Strowman. Well, Braun has a new partner. Ember Moon.
Oh, that's right. I was trying to think of who the fuck is he paired up with? Oh, yes.
And if I'm not mistaken, their first match together, she hit the Eclipse off of his shoulders.
Nice.
So.
Oh, that's so cool.
Their team name is Monster Eclipse.
I love it.
So.
I love it so much.
So Sasha Banks was pulled from the Mixed Match Challenge as well. She's out due to a medical issue.
Oh.
They're being very secretive about it, which could lead to further issues with speculation on what's going on. I'm thinking that it could be a back thing, could be a neck thing, or it could be maybe a baby thing. She's married.
Baby. True.
You know, it's just like you find out, like, all right, if you were a wrestler, and you found out that you were pregnant, would you want to be in competition?
Probably not.
Okay. And I would say that that's a medical issue.
True.
So, obviously, I'm speculating. The same thing Dave Meltzer said would happen. Thank you, Uncle Dave. Uncle Dave also said that Dean Ambrose was going to turn heel on the Shield before he was hurt. And so it's possible WWE could be going back to that now.
Right.
Considering they are considering now that the Universal and Intercontinental Champions are Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, respectively. And there was a moment on Raw where somebody, I think it was Drew McIntyre, said something. And and they were just, and basically it turned into this whole moment where Roman and Seth said, "We have these," and they raised their titles, and Dean's like there in the background looking like like kind of dejected about it.
Yeah.
So, and then they were kind of playing up the whole Drew McIntyre saying like, "Hey," because Seth Rollins went to McIntyre and said, "You know, Dolph's using you," and like trying to play that, like play him against Dolph. McIntyre comes back later, sees Dean backstage, and says, your boy came to me and he was telling me all this stuff, and the way he made it sound was that there might be somebody new in the Shield.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody knows the Shield's only a 3-man outfit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like that really weird situation.
Yep.
Speaking of the Shield.
Yes.
Wrestling Observer says that Vince McMahon really liked the main event on Raw that featured AOP teaming with Baron Corbin against the Shield. Also, surprise, surprise, the reason why Brock Lesnar is back isn't really because of certain things, but more along the lines of the fact that the Saudi government kind of was like, here's money. So
yeah, I kind of figured that was the reason why he was back.
It's also the reason why Hogan's probably going to be on the show too.
Oh,
don't worry, we don't have to watch it.
Thank God.
Yeah. Hashtag canceled the network. Did you see the Liv Morgan concussion?
I saw the PWI video on it the day after.
Mm-hmm.
As to like what happened, and there's no bad blood between Liv and Brie, and it's like, well,
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of brutal.
Yeah. And like I think what was it? Like what was it? After she gave her a concussion, she like grabbed her by the neck or something? She did something you're not supposed to do.
Okay, so after the concussion, after what happened, the ref tried to kind of keep her out.
Mm-hmm.
But then they went for the triple suplex spot. This is where she gets the concussion.
That's right. That needed the face, though.
Yeah. And she just crumpled.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
I
just...
don't know, man.
Yeah, we have a new... reportedly, it hasn't been confirmed yet, to my knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
We have a new superstar.
Yeah.
That has officially signed with the WWE. That's Mia Yim. She was in the Mae Young Classic last year. She returned this year. If you've seen her in... she was... Okay, so brief history about Stephanie Bell, that's her shoot name. She appeared on the Wrestling Radar in 2011 as a valet in Ring of Honor, which allowed her to work with current WWE coach, producer Sarah Amato, who you can also... wait, is Sarah Amato the same person I'm thinking about? Because I think that might be the same person that you can watch on StreamShimmer.com under a different name. Yeah. Yep. That is her. She wrestled under Sarah Del Rey in Shimmer, but whatever. Another connection to Current Performance Center when she served as Adam Cole's manager in CZW. After a few years working in Shimmer and Gabe Sapolsky's run promotions like Shine and Full Impact Pro, Mia Yim signed with TNA in 2015, where she worked in a stable called the Dollhouse under the name Jade for a feud with Gail Kim, blah, 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 It's nice to see her in the WWE now, officially. Well, I say officially, but it hasn't been officially official yet. It's reported that she's signed. But I mean, I'm pleased to see this. I'm pleased to see the fact that they're bringing in great women talent. Brie Baker worked I think she worked an NXT show or something too. So, I mean, it's just, or Britt Baker. There we go, Brie Baker. Ugh, I suck. I suck at names.
Words are hard.
Yeah, they are. But yeah, I mean, we got you've been into wrestling now for, we can easily say, what, almost 2 years now.
Over a year.
It's over a year and a half.
Yeah, getting to about thereabouts.
Yeah, because what is it? WrestleMania 2 years ago was not this one, but the one before that was the first event that you had watched.
Yeah, it was either prior to WrestleMania or around WrestleMania time.
Yeah. So, and I mean, you've been exposed to like a whole new world of wrestling.
Yes.
And you've been exposed to New Japan and WWE and hopefully Shimmer. Impact. House of Hardcore. Wrestle Circus. AAA. I mean, there's such a big world out there.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing. And I think that I think that what the plan is for me, right? WWE has their Super Showdown pay-per-view coming up.
Right.
I think next weekend, which I am not watching because it is a fucking glorified house show.
Fair enough.
Oh, last time ever, Triple H and The Undertaker. Okay.
Right.
A lot of rehashes from the last pay-per-view.
And?
Then we got Evolution, which... Evolution just... It's a mystery, man. Evolution is a mystery.
Yeah. How many matches do we have on the card so far? Still hasn't been terribly fleshed out, has it?
So I'm pulling up the... Okay, so the matches as of right now: Alexa Bliss versus Trish Stratus, Lita versus Mickie James.
Who versus Mickie James?
Lita.
Huh. Okay.
Kairi Sane versus Shayna Baszler.
Not surprising.
Spoilers. Toni Storm versus Io Shirai for the Mae Young Classic Finals. Ronda Rousey versus somebody for the Raw Women's title. Becky Lynch versus somebody for the SmackDown Women's title. It's probably gonna be Charlotte.
Probably.
Rhea Ripley versus somebody for the NXT UK Women's Championship. So those are the matches announced so far. So we know that like all the women's titles are going to be defended. There's still talk of them adding tag teams in.
Yes. Which would be nice.
I honestly think that the best thing for them to do would be do a tag tournament on the show.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to give Lita and Mickie James... I would give them... Like, if I'm just looking at the card the way it is right now, I would give Toni Storm and Io Shirai probably a half hour. I would give Alexa Bliss and Trish Stratus maybe 15 minutes. I would give Lita, Mickie James about 15 minutes. Kairi Sane, Shayna Baszler, I give them 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So now we're at an hour and 20, and we still have 3 matches left for a 3-hour pay-per-view.
Yep.
Ronda Rousey versus whoever is going to be quick.
Yeah.
Thinking maybe 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. I'll give him 10. We're at an hour 30. Becky Lynch versus Charlotte, that's what I'm thinking, is probably going to be a 20-minute match.
Yeah.
Unless they decide to go with an Iron Man match, and then that's an hour.
Yeah. Ugh.
Which, I'd be fine with that. Just watching them go at it for an hour, and use that as your fucking blow-off to say, we're fucking done with this shit.
Right.
Rhea Ripley versus... I mean, who do we have in the UK women's division?
I have no
We have Toni
idea.
Storm, who has a match?
Yeah.
So, does that mean that if Toni Storm goes over, which I don't think is going to happen, I think it's going to be Io Shirai. If Toni Storm goes over, does she then pull double duty and challenge right away for the UK Women's Championship?
Hope not.
It would be reckless for them to do that.
It would be very reckless.
Though, if I'm not mistaken, it came down to Toni Storm and Rhea Ripley for the championship to be initially crowned.
Huh.
So there's a story built in there.
Yeah.
So that's plausible. But then you have like Dakota Kai, which great performer, but I mean, do we really want to go that route? I don't think so.
Probably not.
So we'll probably get like a 10-minute match for the UK Championship, 10-minute match for the Raw Women's Championship, 20 minutes for the SmackDown Championship. So that's 40 minutes. So 30 for the Mae Young Classic final. So that would be hour 10. 20 minutes for the NXT women. So that's hour 30. And then another half hour for the two nostalgia matches. That's what I'm calling them.
Yeah.
I mean, well, we have the one nostalgia match, which is Lita versus Mickie James, and then we have the other one, which is Alexa Bliss against Trish Stratus, which is New Generation versus Old Generation.
Old Generation, yeah.
So right there, we're at 2 hours. We still have an hour to fill. You got to figure in pre-tapes and all the other stuff. If they give 2 hours worth of wrestling, thinking about it now, that might be the entire card. But if they give 2 hours of wrestling in a 3-hour pay-per-view, it's better than they've been doing on 4-hour pay-per-views.
Right.
So, and then we have pre-show. Then there's a pre-show too.
Oh God.
And that pay-per-view is until the end of the month. Is until the end of October. And then 4 days after that, it's Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia, which is the all-men pay-per-view, because we gotta let the guys have their thing too. No, I'm joking. Saudi Arabia doesn't let women wrestle. So that, considering that, it's just like, all right, well, you got the all-guys pay-per-view, and it's headlined by double. I believe it's a double main event with Undertaker versus Triple H and Bork Laser versus
versus Big Dog and Braun Strowman.
Yeah, against Bork Laser against Roman. Stroke My Arm Reigns.
Roman stroking Reigns.
Yeah. And
heard one.
And Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
And the thing is, we know that Roman's going to go over. It's what's going to happen. And then after that, we got Survivor Series. So,
geez.
So I'm just going to say this now. If I get a little extra cash flow coming my way, which may be possible because of things that are in the works in my personal life.
Yes.
I'm either going to do a month of Shimmer, or Maury's going to hate me for this.
Maybe.
Or I'm going to do a month of Global Wrestling Network. Because we have a Halloween special.
That we do.
And nothing is scarier than watching TNA. Though, at the same time, if we also have a Thanksgiving special coming as well.
That we do.
And if we did have if we did have Global Wrestling Network,
Mm-hmm.
we can definitely do another TN Thanksgiving special.
Fuck. Yeah.
Because the last one went so fucking well.
Oh, yes.
I mean, we got to watch Daphne. I mean...
True, we did.
And she's a phenomenal talent.
And, you know, Abyss and Foley God.
Yeah. Daphne was involved in that match, too. I
mean,
she
was.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's just... And here's my thing. Like, I love the network. I love the WWE Network. It's terrific for what it is. My only problem with it is, though, the stuff that's coming out currently, I have such trouble with. I don't enjoy the product.
Right.
I enjoy the classic stuff. I mean, I spent how many weeks just watching ECW?
Probably more often than not, that's what you're watching.
Yeah. I watched ECW from the time that it was Eastern Championship Wrestling to NWA Eastern Championship Wrestling to Extreme Championship Wrestling, all the way through until it went out of business. I watched every pay-per-view. I watched every episode of Hardcore TV. I watched ECW on TNN. I watched all of that shit. And yes, the later years were very much just violence porn. I'll be honest. But the early stuff was magic. It was absolute magic. I mean, maybe I'll look into the High Spots Network, because they have wrestling stuff on there too, you know? But I mean, there's got to be something, you know? It's just... Yeah, let me see what the High Spots Network's got. High Spots Network's got PWG. Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. So there's like a lot of like early, you got El Generico. You have, oh, please don't tell me you're going to load up a fucking no, thank God. Yeah, you have Battle of Los Angeles, PWG. I mean, it's just... Let me see what categories they have. IWA Deep South. Ooh.
That face.
Oh, they don't have... they have... Well, it's League of Extraordinary Wrestlers and IWA Deep South, which has... One of their things is... I'm going to read you this. Description. Warning. Explicit violence and offensive language. No rope, barbed wire, first round tag matches. Carpet strip hell. Death bats. Oh wait, no, that's one of the teams.
What the fuck?
Oh no, hold on. Okay, so I'm reading it wrong. So it's a... No ropes, barbed wire, first round tag matches. Then you got Carpet Hell, which is Terry Houston and Colt 45 versus Belton Creedmoor and Big Country. And I'm not sure. Yeah, so it's Big Country. And then it's Death Bats, Spider Boudreaux and Blaine Evans versus Green Solo Cup and Kilo Green of the GWO. Then there's a Bring Your Own Weapons match, Tracy Smothers and Gorgeous Gary versus Tank and Brad Cash. Oh, a match just... this isn't what you would be interested in anyway. Light Tube Bundles. Chewy Martinez and Homeless Pork Chop versus Major Havoc and Travis Dykes. The winners go to semifinal round singles matches.
Okay, like half of that made sense. I think the other half was like gibberish.
Canes of Death match. Boxes from Hell match. Electrified light tubes match. This match sent a competitor to the hospital.
Oh dear God.
Power tools and death match. Weed whacker, staple guns, sawzall, even tubes, plus tubes and more. Fatal 4-way chicken wire ring from hell. 200 light tubes death match.
What the fuck?
Yes.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
But yeah, so like I'm looking at the stuff. So they have that. They have 3CW, AAW, Alpha One Wrestling, AML Wrestling Network, Angel Gate Women's Wrestling, Appalachian Mountain Wrestling, Atomic Championship Wrestling, Rogue Woman Warrior, whatever the hell that is, which is part of that as well. Bandit Wrestling. Okay, so they do have bar wrestling. So bar wrestling, they have Bar Wrestling 19 on here, which Marco Stunt versus Matt Cross, Joey Ryan versus Solo Darling, Rock NES Monsters versus Dan Barry and Mick Moretti, Jeff Cobb versus MJF, Luchasaurus, Super Panda, and Taya Valkyrie versus Delia Doom, Watts, and Scorpio Sky, and Viper versus Tennille Dashwood.
Interesting. I know that one. I know Tennille Dashwood. That's the only one I know.
You know Viper, too.
Do I?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Got it.
Piper Niven.
Yep.
That was her name, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Whatever yeah. And you also know Joey Ryan.
Who doesn't know Joey Ryan?
More people know Joey Ryan's dick than they know his wrestling.
True. I remember that distinctly being like one of my first kind of wrestling intros was the
dick flip, yeah.
Joey Ryan dick spot.
Yeah.
That just made me go, what? Oh.
Big Time Wrestling, British Empire Wrestling, Canadian Wrestling Coalition, Celtic Championship Wrestling, Create Pro Wrestling, CWF, Mid-Atlantic, CZW.
Uh-huh.
Jesus. Why won't it give me, let me see what a preview of the card is.
Because
you know what, I will just check yeah, all these are included with the $9.99 a month subscription. So I'm looking at the CZW. This is CZW Best of the Best 2018. Wheeler Utah versus Kurt Stallion versus Matthew Riddle. People I don't know. Tessa Blanchard versus David Starr versus Peter Avalon. Brandon Kirk versus Joe Gacy versus Joey Janela versus Rich Swann. Semifinal match 1, semifinal match 2. CZW Tag Team Titles, Hardcore Rules, Storm of Entrails, Dan O'Hare and Shellac versus The Rep, Dave McCall and Nate Carter. CZW World Title, MGF versus Ricky Shane Page. And then the finals from their tournament that they were running. So, I mean, you got a lot of really interesting things on here.
Yeah.
And I'm not even halfway through.
Oh,
what?
Jesus.
They have ECW fan cams.
They what?
ECW fan cams. So, okay. ECW they actually have the last ECW show that was ever done.
Right.
As well as an ECW reunion show that took place a few months later. But the way that these fan cams work is they would have people in the crowd would just film the matches. So it goes all the way back to 1994. They have over 239 events for ECW Fan Camp. That in itself, me seeing that is a huge reason that PWG, bar wrestling, I'm like, holy shit, this might be something to look into. This here, if people knew about this stuff and was interested in stuff that wasn't WWE and wasn't New Japan, this would be something where you could find wrestling for anybody. You can find old school ECW stuff. You know, you can find documentaries. You can find like they have a documentary on Bruiser Brody. They have one on the Rock and Roll Express. You know, Harley Race, Magnum TA. I mean, they got all these. They got a Matt Hardy thing on there too, for Christ's sake. I mean, it's kind of amazing.
Yeah.
This is definitely a service to kind of look at. Because to be perfectly honest with you, this is definitely something that they got progress? What? I mean, Smash Wrestling, okay. I mean, just Title Match Network. What do they got on Title Match? They got a wrestling seminar with Mia Yim. I mean, this is pretty awesome. They have WrestleCon stuff. I mean, this is all kinds of fun. This is absolute beauty. And the best of Kenny Omega in Pro Wrestling Syndicate.
Nice.
I mean, it's just... I mean, I need to see if this is on the list. They have Wake Up, It's Time to Die with Sex Ferguson.
Oh my god. Yes. That's funny.
That in itself has gotten me super excited.
Yeah.
Oh man, I think that might be the service. I think that might be our Halloween special.
All right.
Is something from High Spots Wrestling Network.
Alrighty.
Unless of course you guys have any suggestions. But now's a good a time as we're almost went 2 hours. Jesus.
Yeah, we've been going for a while.
The fact that like I still have to rip the audio, upload the audio, write the show notes, make the thumbnails, upload the YouTube version, upload the Twitch version, and then possibly get some sleep when the sun's coming up. Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's a thing, but
yeah.
Anyway, Mori,
you do so much.
It's been a lot of fun as always. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the show. We will hopefully catch you next week, which will be the first show of October.
Yes.
Ooh, it'll be extra spooky.
Yay.
Because we'll be talking about Thumbtack Wrestling.
God damn it.
I'm fucking with you.
No, you're not. Don't lie to me.
No, I'm not that cruel. It's probably going to be just some kind of electrified barbed wire death match with light tubes that explode for some reason. I don't know. But anyway, thank you, Mori, for another great hangout. Thank you, everyone who's listening, everyone that's watching. You guys are great. Sorry for any technical issues you may have experienced with the video version.
Yeah.
But you guys are amazing, and if you enjoy what we do, obviously you can check us out on our own Twitch pages, twitch.tv/Moriarty_time or twitch.tv/ToddEvf. We try to provide content as frequently as possible. You can also purchase our merch at tpublic.com/user/theprecipice. Also, you can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/precipicepodcast. You can follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/precipicepodnet. You can get us on Facebook at facebook.com/precipicepodcast. You can also check out all of our sponsors in the show notes. If it's something that interests you, give it a click, check out what they got, make a purchase, help us out. We greatly appreciate that. Anyway, until next time, for Moriarty, this is Todd, and we'll catch you next time. Good night, everybody.
Bye.